What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Group Chat Football. This is our daily college football show talking the biggest news in the sport. And today we got some breaking news. Tennessee fans going to be excited about this one as CJ Edwards, a 2026 recruit out of New Jersey, has committed to the Volunteers. This is a guy who's not ranked right now on any of the websites. But when we pull up the tape here in a second, I think you'll see a way different story. I think this is a guy who is about to take off in the recruiting scene, D.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. By the way, I'm live from the Smoky Mountains, as you can see. There's nothing Cubans from Miami love more than the Smoky Mountains. I'm no exception. One of the most beautiful areas of the country. But anyways, so when it comes to CJ Edwards, we did the video when him and his Bergen Catholic teammates, Jordan Thompson, Jermaine Kinsler, visited Michigan for their junior day. And I remember we looked him up. I saw his film, looked every bit of someone who would be recruited by
Jordan Thomas, not Thompson, by the way.
Sorry, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan Thomas. So we looked at the film of all these guys, and Edwards certainly looked the part of somebody to be recruited by Michigan, by Tennessee, and schools like that. Then you look at the 247 pages, unranked. So I just think they just haven't gotten around to him, which is unusual because he went to Bergen Catholic, which is a pretty major school, has since transferred, but still in that kind of New York City commuter area, now at Metuchen, New Jersey, the St. Joseph's High. But man, 6'4", 215, 220. I'm sure he'll get in that 220 range pretty soon here. And the twitch and the frame just jumps out. You could see why Josh Heupel, LeVar Harbin, why Tennessee staff fell in love with this player. Honestly, I don't want to say he's going to be as good, but you do see some James Pierce in this guy. See him right here. He uses his hands, lateral quickness. He's got the finishing. I mean, this is good competition he's facing. And again, you see just natural pass rush traits with the change of direction, with the use of hands. He's standing up, but he's clearly going to be big. That doesn't have to get limited to a stand-up rush position. He can run. You just look at his stance. You see the flexibility at his height. He doesn't look gangly or awkward whatsoever. I am struggling to see why this guy's unranked, but I am not
other than needing to add weight, which a lot of these young pass rushers need to.
I mean, you see him walking back the tackle right there. He knows how to use his arms. He's not just a finesse guy. 6'5", 220, that's more than enough at this age. It hasn't even started his senior summer yet. I know, a lot of people gain a lot of weight during that summer. So that's something.
To be unranked, I don't understand the not ranked. But the thing that sticks out to me, like you said, is active hands. Every play. A lot of these young pass rushers, even if they have the tools and they have that twitch that obviously he has, they don't know what they're doing. And look, he's not anywhere near a refined product in terms of being able to piece these moves together. But it's natural for him the way that he's using them.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're seeing speed to power. You're seeing pure speed. There's an inside move. You saw a spin move a little earlier. He's showing you the full array, and he's using his hands. Again, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I'm glad he committed to a school like Tennessee, which of course has a proud tradition at the defensive line, because I thought I was seeing things when I was watching this guy's film the first time. And I'm like, am I just losing a touch here to not know what it looks like? So anyways, Tennessee made a great evaluation here. I think it's interesting when you look at Tennessee's class as a whole. You have the number one player in the country with Faison Brandon, the quarterback out of Greensboro, North Carolina, super athletic, talented, smart, number one player overall in the country, right? He is exactly what you'd expect. But then you look at the other guys behind him, a lot of kind of, we'll call them evals, right? Guys that are local who Tennessee saw, liked, and pursued. Tyree King from Knoxville, of course, nearby. Gabriel Senda from Chattanooga, offensive tackle, really like him. He's got great size. Carson Sneed from Nashville, Tyron Evans from North Carolina, Tyson Bacon, defensive lineman from Hoover, Alabama, and then Braylon Outlaw from Pike Road, Alabama. Now you finally leave the South to get somebody from the New York City area. But those are not, five-star type players, which you'd expect Tennessee to land as this class continues. When you have the number one player in the country, usually guys follow him. But I think this shows you that they're having conviction in their evaluations. They've seen these guys, the body types, what they like, the athleticism, what they like, and they want to get on them early and get them in the boat. I think when you're doing it from a position of strength at Tennessee and you're saying, look, we just came off a playoff appearance. We're going to be a good team next year as well. We got the number one player in the country committed. and you're still taking these kind of guys, that's trusting your evaluation, and that is believing in what you're trying to get accomplished. And I think that is something that, I commend Tennessee for doing, and not just saying, we got to we can't take this guy yet because he's not rated high enough. How's it going to be perceived? Trust your evaluations. You're in a position of strength. You're bringing these guys into your class because you think they can play there, not just because you need to fill gaps.
Yeah, and within the last month plus, Edwards is a guy who has been offered by North Carolina, NC State, was at that junior day at Michigan, like you said, and I think the buzz was only gonna continue to grow on him. So good on them for getting it done early. Very excited about that pickup for them, and we're gonna continue to have Tennessee fans covered here on Group Chat Football, Group Chat Sports. You got anything else you want to say about this pickup?
No, just that. Look, Tennessee is becoming. I mean, this goes back to Reggie White. They've been a powerhouse in terms of defensive line, and I think that's a traits-based position. As long as you're getting guys that fit the traits you want and that play hard, you're going to continue to look the right way, which is what Tennessee did last year and what they will continue to do. It's got to look right to compete for national championships. That the defensive line position is the most critical to me position overall in college football, even more so than quarterback, right? We've seen quarterbacks that are not the best of the best either win the championship or get to the championship, but all these teams are loaded with NFL players. Tennessee had that this year that allowed them to get to the playoffs. I think as you see the offense continue to develop around Nico, they're going to, and beyond. We did a video, by the way, Tennessee fans, if you're watching this for the first time, we just did a video yesterday, I believe, on the top 5 newcomers to the team, talking about high school kids and portal kids. We've highlighted George McIntyre, who to me physically, not saying he's going to be this, but physically reminds me of Justin Herbert. Of course, you have Faison in this class, so quarterback's going to be there. I think that like the receiving group will eventually click and look like a Tennessee receiving core. Defensive line is where I think Tennessee's got to keep stacking talented bodies. And obviously they had a great defensive line this year. CJ Edwards looks the part of a high-end SEC defensive end.
So number 7 class in the country right now with 8 commits, as we were just talking about. We'll keep you guys covered. Every time there's a new commit here on Group Chat Football, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching today.